Yo, YouTube, what's good, bruv gang, what's good? We are back with another video. So guys, I couldn't believe my eyes, but out of nowhere, a new Persona 5 spin-off game has been announced under the name Persona 5 The Phantom X. In this video, I'll be giving you guys all the details we know so far and my first thoughts, so stay tuned. So, following a teaser announcement back in April 2021, publisher Perfect World Games and developer Blackwing Game Studio have officially announced Persona 5 The Phantom X for iOS and Android. The release date was not announced, but it will be a free-to-play title with item-based in-app purchases. Currently, a release has only been confirmed for China. So, sign-ups for the infiltration test playtests are available now at the official website, so I'll be leaving down below in the description a link so you guys can check it out if you guys do plan on playing this game. The playtest itself will begin on March 29th in China, though the announcement itself does not mention a PC version. The playtest will be held on PC and Android devices. So guys, my first thoughts regarding the infiltration playtest, and one thing that I actually did find interesting is that the playtest will actually be available on PC. Now, I know that the plan is to make this game a mobile game only. Now, the thinking here I do feel is that there will be a PC version of this game when the full game is actually eventually released. The game for me personally so far from the trailers, which you guys will see throughout this video as well, for me personally this game looks too crisp and too good to be on just mobile devices. Now, the hope is of course when we do get an official release date later on down the line, a worldwide release date and a Western release date of course, hopeful that this game will actually come to PC and come to consoles as well. Now, that is the hope here. I'm really hopeful that this does happen, but it's a good sign at the moment that the infiltration playtest will be available on PC as well. So it does give me hope that a PC version will be rolled out on the release of this game alongside the mobile versions of this game as well. So I'm hopeful that down the line as well, when we do get a release date, hopefully that it is available on consoles as well. The hope here of course is that it's available everywhere, which it should be, but I know that Atlus's plan here, of course, as they have said in multiple statements and multiple interviews as well, is that they want to kind of make the Persona series more accessible to people that do not have consoles as well. There is a large player base of mobile players, various different games of course around the world, so it is a smart marketing point, it is a smart marketing move on their side. But I definitely do hope that we do get more news regarding this, but hopeful of course that the PC version actually does get rolled out when the full game does eventually get released. So let's move on to all the full details that we know so far about Persona 5 The Phantom X. So Persona 5 The Phantom X is a completely new title based on the world of Persona 5. Set in Tokyo, it follows an original story surrounding a new band of phantom thieves. The style and basic gameplay of the original game are preserved, while the graphics have been brushed up and the user experience and presentation have been optimized for smartphone users. Sega and Atlus P Studio are supervising development and providing resources, while Perfect World Games and Blackwing Game Studio will develop, distribute and operate the title. While it's based on the world of Persona 5, it is being developed as a new game, tailored to local user preferences, trends and gameplay environments. The protagonist and his persona were designed by Atlus art team's Shigenori Sojima. The game is focused on the theme of desire and tells the story of students who have awakened to their personas, facing difficulties together in an era of low desire. A mysterious old man with a long nose, a strange underwater room, an owl that can speak human language, and another world separate from reality. These seemingly unrelated things are all somehow connected. Players will take on the role of a student, attending classes during the day and participate in activities such as baseball or watching movies with friends during their free time. After school, they can infiltrate the other world, which appears in the form of palaces with different themes, and use their personas to engage in high-octane battles against enemies. So guys, when I woke up and saw the news about a new Persona 5 game that had been announced, or a new Persona game that had been announced, at first I thought that was a new Persona game that had been announced. At first I thought it was Persona 6. When I saw the news that it was going to be called Persona 5 The Phantom X, and I watched the trailer, man, I was super hyped, man. This game looks so crisp. I would say the only one gripe and the only one disappointment that we all have at the moment is that this game is only available for mobile, or is intended to only be for mobile devices. Now, as I said, the hope down the line is that this does come to PC. Of course, as I did say earlier, that the playtest will be available on PC, so the hope here is that this does get rolled out onto PC, and I'm actually hopeful as well that this does come to consoles. Now, as I said, this is a marketing strategy from Atlus. I do know that they are planning to put out more content, or more of their game content basically, onto mobile devices, since there is such a large player base of mobile players for various different different games, as I did mention earlier. Now, getting back to the game looks amazing, man. This game looks super crisp, sorry. From the video and from the trailer that you guys will see throughout this video as well, from the gameplay trailer so far, man, this game just looks like a more polished, more Persona 5 basically. It looks really good. I'm really happy they didn't stray away too far from what actually made the original great. For me personally, Persona 5 is pretty much a flawless game in terms of things like the combat for one, and of course the way you can traverse dungeons as well. That is one big thing, and of course the UI as well. The UI is a huge thing on Persona 5 that a lot of people credited the game over the years for, man. So moving on to the character design. The character design looks really dope, man. Big shout out to Atlus's art team, man. They always kill it when it comes to character design on any of their games, man. The protagonist looks so dope, man. He kind of looks like a cross between Kasumi, Akechi, and then he kind of has like that Joker kind of sprinkle on him as well, basically, in terms of his clothing as well. He looks really dope, man. I'm actually really interested to see his character as well. The owl character as well is kind of gonna be similar to Morgana. The owl character actually looks really dope, man. He kind of has like three forms, kind of. He kind of has like a combat form, and then he has another form as well which kind of reminds me of Medabots. I will be leaving it on the screen as well if you guys do remember Medabots from back in the day as well. If you guys are into mecha anime from back in the day, I will be leaving it on screen as well so you guys know what I'm talking about as well. But the character design for the owl looks really dope, man. And of course the female character as well, she looks really dope, man. She looks so cool. She's got the guns on her as well. She looks real dope, man. I'm not too sure how this is gonna work, but I feel like it's gonna be dual protagonist. I'm not too sure how it's working. That's just from what I can gather from the screenshots at the moment. Also, from what I can gather from the screenshots, it looks like the Phantom Thieves will be involved in this game in some capacity. I have seen, of course, a picture of Joker and the rest of the Phantom Thieves, so I will be leaving the screenshot on screen so you guys can see that as well. But as I said, so far this game looks really promising. I am very hopeful that we do get some more news regarding this game throughout the year as well. Of course, we do know there is the playtest that is coming on March 29th in China, and I will be leaving down below in the description a link to that if you guys do want to check that out as well. But of course, I'm definitely desperate to see more gameplay on this as well. As I said, the only one gripe at the moment is that this will only be available, or intended only to be available, for mobile devices. Now, as I said, of course the playtest will be available on PC as well. The hope that it will come to PC, I'm very hopeful that it will come to PC and it will come to consoles as well, because so far this looks really clean and too good to just be on mobile devices, man. And I feel like if they do this, I feel like Atlus have dropped the ball in terms of just having it available just on mobile devices. I do feel like they kind of do need to expand their horizon with this, and especially with this Persona 5 as well. They know that people will be invested in it, me especially as well, man. I love Persona 5, so I know that for me personally, if this did ever come to consoles, at the moment I do know that their notion with this, of course, and their actual plan with this is actually to make this free to play with in-app purchases as well. So I'm not too sure how this is going to be working so far. So of course I feel like it's going to be in terms of things like adding Phantom Thieves to your party as well. I think that's one big thing that they will add to this, knowing that this will be a mobile game. I'm hopeful that they don't have gacha elements involved within this game. That's one big thing that I hope they don't do. If it is in-app purchases, I can see them doing things like adding some of the Phantom Thieves to your party as well, so adding Joker, Panther, Skull, Morgana, whoever else you want to add as well. So I feel like that's going to be one thing that they do add to this game. But as I said, I feel like they will drop the ball if they do only have this available for mobile devices. Of course, as I will keep saying, the intention here, of course, is to make it more available, more accessible to a wider array of audiences as well, to people who do not own PlayStations, or do not own Nintendo Switches, or do not own Xboxes. So this is actually really exciting, man. I'm really excited to hear more news about this. So far this caught me off guard, man. This looks really dope. This was my first thoughts on Persona 5 The Phantom X. So that'll do it for this video, guys. I really appreciate you guys for watching. That was the first full details on Persona 5 The Phantom X and my first thoughts. Also, I haven't had the chance to say it yet, but I'm really thankful to all you guys for getting the channel to 300 subs. I'm super appreciative of all the patience you guys show with videos that are coming out as well. Of course, I have been working and have been going through a few mental struggles, but I love you guys so much, man. Super appreciative. So please like, sub, share if you're new, hit that notification bell so you get notified for my videos first, and I hope I can be you guys' #1 source for all JRPG news. So from me too, this has been your bruv, the big bruv, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video. I'm out. Peace.